Hello, good evening, and welcome to this evening's live stream. Sorry, I'm a few minutes late. I needed to realize I hadn't sorted my cameras out from recording to streaming, so I needed to do a quick changeover. I'm not sure what to expect this evening because I don't generally stream on a Friday evening. I'm not normally around at this time, so so yeah, it's a different one. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what to expect. How many people are going to be here? How many people are going to join? But we shall wait and see what happens. Um, so there's been a few things that have happened this week. What have we had? So we had the Black Friday launch today. I was going to do a stream yesterday around the UDB switch and the IoT device, but I knew there was something going to happen today. So I thought it was best that we hold fire and then come and have a little chat about it. I don't know if I'm going to be streaming on Sunday at this point. And if you haven't seen already, where is it? Where is it? Let me see if I can find it. Let me see. I did just download it, so I'm hoping. So if you haven't seen already, I'm sure some of you might have come across it on your social media. I haven't posted it just yet, but we need that one there. So we have me and Cody did a stream last time, and it went quite well, I think, and I think Cody thought the same. So we thought we'd expand the team a little bit more and bring a few more creators in. So we have myself and Cody that are going to be around, and then we have Jesse from Tag Geeks, who I've just seen in the comments. So hey Jesse, how you doing? Got a chance to meet him at UWC Miami. So we didn't get too much time, unfortunately, because it's a very busy day. It's quite packed. But yeah. And then Clay, unfortunately, who couldn't make it to Miami, he's going to be coming to have a bit of a chat with us. So it's so it's going to be a good one, I think. And there's there are a few more other creators as well. So hopefully we might do a few more in the future. So if they're well received and they go down well, I don't see why we can't continue. So yeah, that's going to be happening. I haven't even told you the date and time yet, so that would definitely help. So that is happening in approximately 5 days' time. So next Wednesday. Again, not normally a night that I stream, but it's I think it's best that all. I think I was more worried about the time because generally the evenings works for me. The other guys are on the other side of the world. Jesse's probably the furthest away with an 8-hour time difference, and yeah, so it's a bit hard to get everybody aligned to get them where they need to be. So yeah, but I'm looking forward to this one. This one's going to be good. So 8 p.m. UK time or GMT. If you're on the East Coast, it's 3 p.m. And if you're on the West Coast, it's 12 p.m. And if you're on the other side of the world, it's either going to be very late or very early in the morning. So unfortunately, I can't do too much about that time zone at this point. Let's go back here. So let's see who we have in the chat window today. So good afternoon, Frederick, and we are back with the no names again. So you're at Polkster13. So good afternoon from a wet and cloudy central Texas. The weather around here has confused my trees. Yeah, my red bud has started to bloom. Yeah, it's probably not the right time for that just yet. The temperature's definitely dipped here quite a bit, actually. Yeah, so we're moving closer to the very low numbers and maybe even pushing into the negatives, which, yeah, it's winter, so not a lot we can do about that. What do you think will sell out first? Well, I haven't been into the Discord yet to see what's been sold out, but oh, that's a tough one. Let me just bring up the Black Friday list so I have something to reference to. I think the Cloud Gateway Max is a good deal, definitely. I don't know obviously how many they have of those, but I think that's definitely quite a good deal. We'll go into this in a little while. And I think the G5 Pro, and I think that's a really good deal. What else do we have? Yeah, I'll say those two for now, and then we'll go over them shortly. Looks good, sounds good, great. Good evening, Vasil. How you doing? Just ordered a U6 Enterprise in wall and a G6 PTZ conduit mount from the UK store with free shipping. Yeah, I mean that's one thing you can't complain about, right? If the deals aren't really what you expected, I'm sure a lot of people will be happy with the free shipping side of things. I'm not quite sure what that means. I would have to put that into Google Translate. I mean, I can definitely read Brazil, but let's have a look. Oh, yeah, okay. That gives me some sort of, it says Brazil in the house. Oh, welcome, welcome, welcome. So I can't actually see your names. I don't know why. But yeah, I don't know why it does this, but it's annoying. Yep, indeed. The shenanigans will unfold. Let's have a look at what else we got. So, love that they're offering shipping on all orders through Cyber Monday. Yeah, I mean that's really good. I mean a whole week of free shipping. Like I said, if there's something that's not there that you're not after, if anything, the best thing you can have is the free shipping. So always a bonus, right? Let's see. Getting ready to go live in an hour and a half as well. Yeah, so Jesse's going to be streaming in a little while. For those on the other side of the world, who's probably a bit more of a reasonable hour. If you want to go have a quick chat with Jesse, I don't quite know what he's going to be covering. I'm assuming he's going to be covering the Black Friday. I think I saw his tag say something about Gemini. So if you're interested in that sort of stuff, go out and check his stuff out if you want. And I definitely agree with Black Jedi. Definitely hit that like button if you haven't already. Let's see if we can push this video a little bit further. So, like I said, it's not my normal streaming day. I'm not sure if I am streaming this Sunday. I hope to, but I'm not 100% sure that I will be. So let's have a look. Did I bring my water? Yes, I did. I'll miss this as I'll be visiting my mom on the Wednesday. She, I'm sorry to hear that, Frederick. But yeah, no worries, no worries. You can always watch it back, which I'm sure you definitely will when you get the chance. It will be a good one, that's for sure. Hey Mark, how you doing? Good afternoon. From a nice cold Birmingham, I think it is. I'm guessing correctly. Or incorrectly, I don't know. Anyway. Flex HD has already been removed from the UK store. Ooh. I mean, yeah, that's a bit of a pain, but I'm pretty sure even if we order from the EU store, we still get free delivery. Is it even in? I think it's removed from the EU store as well. Maybe they didn't have that many. Yeah, I think it's been removed from the EU store as well. US store as well. Let's have a look. Flex HD is still there. Interesting. Okay, well maybe they are sold out. We will go over it in a few moments. Don't worry. It's 23 degrees. I wish it was 23 degrees here. It's currently 1 degree here, which I don't know as bad as this. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. I have to Google this every time. 33 degrees Fahrenheit. So yeah, that's what it is here. Nice and cold. And I'm probably going to have some Canadians in the chat saying that's not cold, but yeah. Anyway, or people that live right the way up north, even in, I guess, Sweden or Norway. The U6 Enterprise in wall looks great. Yeah, so I actually did a video on the U6 Enterprise in wall, but it was part of, what was it part of? I think it was part of my AP comparison video. So there was quite a bit in there. Let me see if I can find it. Let's have a look. Videos. I guess I should really show you what I'm looking at. Where was it? Here. Nope. That was like ages ago I did this video. Where is it? Can't have been that long ago, surely not. Or am I just missing it? So that was the camera. That was the gateway. Oh, it was this one. I'm looking for the different. I had a different thumbnail initially. So yeah, that one's got some of the. That's got some of the in-wall tests in it. I know you've already ordered it, but if you want to check it out, I do cover the in-wall in there, and it's Wi-Fi 6E. Which, to be honest with you, I know everybody wants Wi-Fi 7. Wi-Fi 6E is still very good in this time at the moment. Even Wi-Fi 5. I mean, the AC Pros that are around, the AC HDs. I mean, you can still get a solid 400 meg out of those access points, if not more. So unless you really need more than something like that, then yeah, it's then I mean they're still a solid access point. That's what I was going to do because I was coughing so much on the last live stream. I was going to get a cup of hot water, but I guess that ship sailed. What have we got? Yeah, we just started. Great computer services. Yeah, we just started. I don't know why the names are formatting like this. I have no idea what's going on. But yeah, anyway, we move on. There we go. That's who it is. Rich. I can see your name down there. Yeah, so we just kicked off a little while ago, maybe 10-ish minutes ago. This is a slightly different day and different time that I generally stream, which I've probably said a few times now, but yeah. Yeah, that is right. Okay, good stuff. I was hoping for some storage offers as well. So I was surprised I was half expecting something on the UNAS. That was just my guess. But no, they haven't done anything on the NAS, unfortunately, which I might not have expected. I mean, there's some new stuff and there's some old stuff there. So I might not have necessarily expected anything on the new UNAS 8 or the UNAS 2 because that's just come out a month ago. But the UNAS Pro has been out a little while. So, I mean, it's still a very solid option even today. But yeah, I'm surprised they didn't do anything on that one. But I'm not, yeah. I'm not one to not complain, but I'm not the one to ask your questions on that one, unfortunately. I'll probably order a 3-pack all-in-one sensor from the EU store with my new AP. Yeah, I mean, like I said, take advantage of the free delivery. Order one item at a time if you need to. I'm only joking. Obviously, order as much as you can together. Be green, otherwise, you know, yeah, it's coming all the way from the EU. It was 0 degrees here. Yeah, I mean it's cold. It's cold in the UK at the moment, so it's slightly annoying. But we've had a very mild autumn, and moving into winter, it's now starting to get cold. Hey Monty, wish it was an access point as well. Would have been an amazing product. The UDB device bridge. Yeah, so I have that right here. So I'm actually in the process of recording my video on this, so I have it right here. I have just about got it adopted, and it's a little bit warmer than I expected it to be, but it's yeah. So I have that right here. We'll have a quick chat about that in a few moments. But I'm going to be testing this, so I'm going to be running a few tests. I'm going to plug in. I'm going to plug in some PoE devices, maybe even a viewport, so we can test this and see how we get on, and then I'll move it further away and see what the latency is like, etc., etc. So those are the kind of tests I'm hoping I can run on this. Whether I do or not, I don't know, but that's the kind of thing I'm hoping to be testing on this. Hello, I'm assuming that's Albert. Hey Albert, how are you doing? Let's delete that. Where are we up to here? Does the Cloud Gateway Fiber plug socket work in the 2U UPS? No, unfortunately, it does not actually. What plug does the Cloud Gateway Fiber have? Because I'm just looking at this. It doesn't have an external plug. So I think it is. Let's go to techspecs.ui.com. Let's have a quick look. I think you need a different type of plug. I think you need a C13 to C8. I don't know what the C numbers are. I'm kind of making it up off the top of my head. But gateways, fiber. Where are we? Fiber. Marketing images. So it is a DC input. So maybe if it, yeah, it is a 54 volt. You're right. I've just seen that now. So I don't know what kind of, I mean, if it comes with one of these, I can't remember off the top of my head, I'm being honest. So I'm going to give you a solution that might work or might not work. So if you have one of these, obviously you can go from this to a C13, C14 cable, and you can go straight in, and that's the 210 watt, but I don't think it is 210 watt. I have a feeling it's one of these, which is a 65 watt one, or a 60 watt one, which is the Mickey Mouse plug, or what I call the Mickey Mouse plug anyway. So you can definitely get one of these to a C13, I want to say. And I'm doing this all completely on the fly. I can't remember these model numbers off the top of my head. Yeah, here we go. We need one of these. So you can definitely get one of these. Yeah, but basically one of these will do it for you. You can get one of these, plug this into the power brick, and then you can go straight into a UPS. So no, it doesn't work natively. If that's the answer you're looking for, you need to you need to get yourself one of these. And that is a C5. So I wasn't far off. I said C8, but it's a C5 to a C14 is what you need. 6E is faster than most people have at the moment anyway. Yeah, true. Most people will have Wi-Fi 5 or Wi-Fi 6. So definitely 6E is going to be faster than what they have. And most devices, not most devices, some devices, let's put it this way, more devices are going to have Wi-Fi 6E than they're going to have Wi-Fi 7. So maybe worth it. Also for £18, you get the SSD tray and the 512 SSD. Yeah, I mean, with the deal that they're offering, I think it was you said it, £18 more, with the no SSD versus the SSD and the Cloud Gateway Max. So definitely worth. I do like my UNAS. Yeah, it's a good solid model. I mean, unless you need that additional SSD caching, it's going to do what you need it to do. If you're using it literally just for file storage, it's definitely worthwhile. Definitely worthwhile keeping a UNAS Pro. If you're choosing between the two now, I don't think there's a massive price difference between. Oh, I know that'll be the UNAS 4 when it comes out, I think. Let me have a look before I say something I'm not supposed to. Integrations. No, they don't have it yet. So yeah, so it's $499. So it's a good pricing in between. So you have the UNAS 2, you have the UNAS Pro, and then you have the UNAS Pro 8. So yeah, it's definitely a good option for an in between. Found your video through a Proxmox cluster, stayed for unified content. Well, thank you, I appreciate it. I think it's been a little while since my Proxmox stuff that I've done. That must have been a good 2-3 years ago, maybe longer. So I appreciate you sticking around. I'm thinking of putting the new UDB switch for my garage. It would be connecting to a U6 Pro access point. Thoughts? So I was going to test this. I was actually going to see if this gets to my access point in the garage. So I was thinking of doing something similar. I mean, and that's what it's kind of designed for, right? You can't run a cable there. You can do Wi-Fi 5 and Wi-Fi 6 on this. So sorry, not Wi-Fi 5. It does Wi-Fi 6 and Wi-Fi 7. So it automatically negotiates between either Wi-Fi 6 or Wi-Fi 7. I'm fairly close to my access point at the moment. So at the moment, this is using Wi-Fi 7. I have a minus 60 dBm connection. I haven't tested the throughput on this yet, but like I said, as far as I've got as recording is literally just getting it adopted. So very early into the video process. But hopefully, maybe early next week, you'll see this video. Maybe over the weekend, you might see my IoT video. That's pretty much ready, I think. So you might see that over the weekend. But yeah, where did we get to? There we go. Will it work as an AP as well? It only works as a bridge device from what I've seen so far. I haven't done any further testing with it. Like I said, as far as I've set this up, it is literally just a bridging device. So it will connect to your existing network. So if we bring this across right here, so $299. It doesn't come with the 210 watt adapter. So if people were asking, it doesn't come with that. It comes with the 65 watt or 60 watt adapter, which is this one right here. This is the one it comes with. The only thing I will say is while I'm testing it, I have the 210 watt brick to use with it. So it does say the switch provides 35 watts of PoE power with the 60 watt included. So if you want the 185 watt, then you have to buy the optional 210 watt adapter. So take that as you will. I mean, it would have been good. Well, I don't know actually. I mean, it's kind of it's one of those things. I don't know obviously logistically how this would work with them, but it's kind of like the Apple stuff, right? When you choose a MacBook, you get to choose the 35 watt or the 70 watt adapter. Which one do you want? So it would have been good if you had the selection between the two. You could choose the 35, the 60 watt, or you could choose the 185 watt. So yeah, but maybe something for Ubiquiti to think about at a later point. Let's have a look here. Should the unify siren to IoT? So I guess you're asking, should the siren be on the IoT network or on the default network? It really depends. It's a protect device, so it depends on where your protect devices are. Generally, would keep them within that sort of network. That would be my initial thoughts, I would think. Unless there's a specific reason that you're putting it onto another network, you're trying to link it into a third-party system or Home Assistant or whatever it might be, then it would be a different story maybe. But generally, I try and keep my unified devices on the same network. So if your cameras are all in one VLAN, you might want to keep them all in one VLAN. Yep, it is a 54 volt PSU. Mickey, yeah, Mickey Mouse plug is the technical name for it. Yeah, that's about as technical as I get. Anyone else interested in the review? Anyone else interested in a review of the G5 PTZ and ceiling mount with smoke bubble cover? Yeah, that would be interesting to know about what your experience is with that. So definitely worthwhile. Come and report back and let us know how you get on for sure. Thank you so much. What are your thoughts on Wi-Fi 8? I think I read something on Wi-Fi 8 the other day, and it was like, I think they said it's not even going to be a standard till 2028. I think. But I haven't read exactly what it does. I mean, I don't go that much into the technicalities of each Wi-Fi frequency. It's like IPv6, right? It's around, it's there. I know some of the basics, but I've not dived deep into it because for most scenarios, and some people might come for me in the comments for saying this, but IPv4 does the job, and everyone's used to the IPv4. They do the netting, blah 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 blah. But IPv6 is a whole nother game. But Wi-Fi 8 is probably another one of those things that we'll just have to learn when the next one comes out, when the next frequency comes out. I don't know. I'm sure I saw something that was saying 2028. I might be wrong. So it's expected to be released in 2028. So expected to be ratified in 2028 as well, and it's expected to start the certifications in early 2028. So I think very early on you will start seeing Wi-Fi 8 access points. If I'm still around and creating videos at that point, which I hope to be, then yeah, we'll be going through Wi-Fi 8 all over again. Um, I haven't really answered your question because yeah, I've not really read too much about what the difference is between them. I mean, there's a quick. So I'm just I should show you. So this is what it is. So it looks like there's more sort of back end improvements. It's still 23 gigabits per second in terms of top speed. So that is going to be that. So in terms of speed, it's not going to be any more quicker. But yeah, like I said, I've not read too much about it, and I will wait till 2027. So I'll wait 2 years, and then maybe I'll start reading about it. Or Frederick, sorry, I just saw your message. Hold on. Let me grab it again. Here you go. If you wanted that, if you want to have a little read of that, feel free. Yeah, like I said, I've not read too much about it yet. So, where are we? Where are we? There we go. If I get to the right one, UNAS Pro, I think will be the same price as the UNAS. Yeah, maybe. I mean, it kind of sits in that sort of area, maybe a little bit more. I kind of know a rough MSRP, so I don't want to say too much more than that. But yeah, watch the space. I guess it's all I can say. Where do we? What is this? So why do we have? Why do they don't have a time server in their gateways? I have an Express 7. As in like an NTP client you're talking about, or an NTP server? Is that what you're looking for? I don't have an answer to that question. I don't know, to be honest. I couldn't I couldn't answer that question. Maybe that's one for the Ubiquiti forums. Sorry, just 1 second. Yeah, maybe that's one for the Ubiquiti forums. I couldn't answer why they don't have a time server in their Express 7s or in their gateways. I would put it on the camera protect network. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I agree with that. What's the temperature rating for it? Thinking of putting one in my outdoor shed. Yeah, so this is the thing. It's not outdoor rated. This is designed to be obviously covered or indoors. I think you may get away with it in a garage, but I don't know where else you would get away with it other than that. I'm just having a quick look at so like I said, I've not read too much about this. This is a FAQ section that they have on it. There you go, Vassal. I think you were asking earlier. The device bridge is specifically designed for wireless bridging only using unified Wi-Fi auto-link. Cannot operate as a standalone access point. Yes, it supports VLANs. What's the maximum per port? PoE plus, so 30 watt band. So it uses 5 or 6 gigahertz, and then it uses ST. What set of device bridge switch apart from? With STR MLO providing automatic, stable and wireless bridging between your access points. ST-MLO will be available in future firmware releases. So for those that are asking, it enables simultaneous aggregated use of 5 and 6 gigahertz band, providing full duplex connectivity and significantly higher throughput. So, interestingly, you say that, or I say that. Let's have a little look. Where is it? UDB switch. So, if I just take a screenshot of this for now. So this is what it looks like, right? So this is the bands that it's using. So at the moment, obviously, oh, didn't want to do that. Didn't want to do that either. Anyway, at the moment, you can see that it's just using one band. So I'm assuming in a future version, that's going to use Wi-Fi 5. That's going to use the 5 gigahertz and 6 gigahertz frequency between the two. So that's going to be quite interesting when they bring that, to see how much the throughput increases. Because they said that's coming in a future firmware. So that's an interesting one. We're definitely learning together today. That's for sure. When connected to a wired uplink at the start, the bridge device functions as a wired unified switch. Okay, so you can you can use this as a standard switch if you want. Interesting. And I guess this is why we have these live streams, so we can all learn together. One thing to note is it does require Unify Network 10. So if you haven't updated to Network 10 yet, you need to make sure you do. Right, where are we? One thing I haven't said already, I don't know why I've taken this long up until now to say this, is if you are buying anything from the Black Friday deal and you want to help out your favorite creator, which is why we're all here, feel free to use my affiliate link. That's my shameless plug for this evening. I don't have any more after this. There you go. That's the Black Friday deals. It will redirect you to your local store. So EU, US, UK, wherever you are, it'll redirect you. That's been posted. TP-Link Trainer. TP-Link Trainer Reconned. It won't have faster speeds, but will be more stable and more reliable. Okay, cool. That's definitely something that we need in the Wi-Fi world. Someone stole my ease. Yeah, I guess your keyboard is jammed at the moment. Will it be possible for the non-PTZ cameras to auto zoom when they detect a person? Is there any hardware limitation? Under the hood, I couldn't tell you. The thing is with the zoom, excuse me, with the zoom, if you have a wider picture and you zoom in, you're only going to go to that middle point. That's where the zoom is. That's where the zoom heads. So if the person's walking across the screen and it zooms in, there's no way it would have to you would need that PTZ for it to zoom in and then follow. Because if you're walking across so for example, if I'm walking across the screen like this and my camera zoom goes from this, I'm just trying to use this as an example, goes from this to this, and I'm walking across like this, yes, it will zoom in, it will capture them for a shorter moment, but it's a very niche case, I think, that you may want something like this. Maybe if you're on a driveway or if you're in an entrance hall or something and you want to zoom in as someone comes in, maybe. Excellent. Best way, at least it's there. So, and yeah, definitely need to bookmark it for sure. My U6 Pro access point does not have 6 gigahertz, so that switch would not give me the full benefits. I need to upgrade to an U7 AP. Yeah, you need a U7 AP with 6 gigahertz because not all of them have 6 gigahertz inside. So yeah, definitely keep that one in mind when you are upgrading. So where are we? What are we gonna talk about next? So we have, if I can find it. So this is the little IoT device, small, tiny, compact. A little bit about this one is it's just designed, it bridges, it's another bridge device. So if you have an Ethernet device and you want to be able to connect it to your Wi-Fi network, or you can't run a cable to it and it's just a single device, something like this is going to be really useful. I can see this being used in maybe gate access systems. Obviously there's the wireless latency there, but yeah, it's small enough, it's compact enough, it'll go inside a housing junction box or somewhere where it needs to be out of the way. It's got a DIN rail mount. It only does I think I said it only does 2.4 gigahertz. So keep that one in mind when you're setting this up. Me testing it here, the kind of speeds I was getting was what kind of speeds was I getting? I was getting around 50 meg down and about 75 meg up. So reasonable amount of speed. Like, I mean, it's good enough to browse the internet. It's good enough to watch YouTube. Like, I'm not saying those are the ideal examples, but I'm just giving you an example as to what you can use it with or how much that bandwidth can give you. So it's a reasonable amount. I can go all the way up to maybe the 56k dial-up days if we want to go back. But I found this. I think this device is going to be quite useful. Like I said, it's small, it's compact, it's tiny, so it really does the job. It's got two different types of powers. So you've got DC input and then you've got USB-C input, which is quite useful. And probably at this point I should use, it's a bit of a mess on the table, but there we go. Zoom in a little bit. There you go. That's like I said, it's small and compact enough. It's got the RP-SMA adapter on it. So if you want to connect, why is that not focusing? There we go. If you want to connect an external antenna to this, you can do, and then obviously you have your Ethernet connection. Oh, my lens really doesn't like me moving out of the way. But yeah, I thought that was a really nifty device. It's $50, so $49. I'm guessing it's something similar in terms of the UK pricing, if it's available in the UK. I don't think it is. I think it's an EU model at the moment. But yeah, it's really good. I tend to put IoT devices on 2.4 only. Yeah, I mean, I guess not for, that's probably maybe not designed too much for residential, but all my IoT devices, my IoT network, I think is just 2.4 gigahertz anyway. What kind of price will Ubiquiti have for the new AI multi-sensor and the G6 180? When are they releasing them? I have so many jobs lined up, I can't even send quotes till then. I don't have any pricing, unfortunately. So if there's no price on the site, I don't have any info on the price, unfortunately. I would probably say, I mean, it's hard to tell even what price is going to come in at because they're new in that range. They've not had a multi-sensor before. Yeah, they've not had a multi-sensor before, so it's not possible to even give you a rough estimate, and even then we'd be completely guessing. You just don't know until Ubiquiti release it. In terms of when they're coming, well, there's how long's left in November? What are we? 21st. So there's 9 days. 9 days left for this. I should show you actually. 9 days left for the G6 180. So I'm hoping very soon. And the multi-sensor is coming out in some point of December. So maybe after Christmas it might arrive. But we did see this at the UWC, and it's a big model. It's a chunky one. I would say in terms of sizing, definitely wider than this, or maybe the same. Maybe the same. It was quite wide. It was a very wide product. Not wide product. It was a very big product. So not something you can put. It's not like the G6 360, the 360 cameras, or the the AI 360. So it's not as small as those. It's a chunky camera. The G6 180 was surprisingly a little bit smaller than I expected it to be. I thought it was going to be maybe a lot wider, but it was probably quite small. It was smaller than I thought it was going to be. Maybe with the enhancer it will be a little bit bigger. Question about the new bridge switch. When they released the UDB, it had a single Ethernet port. You could not change the VLAN. Has Ubiquiti fixed this with the new switch? So you can change VLANs on this. I can't show you because I'm running a slightly earlier version of the software, so I can't show you, but there is a port manager, and in that port manager, if I bring out my trusty snipping tool, come on. So you can see in the back there, I have my ports, and you can see we have native VLAN, tagged VLAN, PoE off, active, blah, 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 everything, all the good stuff that you would expect to see. Link negotiation, port profiles, yeah. So it has all of that on it. So on the UDB, I don't know if you can, but this one you definitely can. I haven't used the UDB in a little while, so I couldn't comment. Let's go back to here. So we can change the VLANs. Yeah, you can change the VLANs on each port. When comes the review of the G6 Pro turret? I have a notification that a delivery is on the way. Of course, it has to leave on a Friday, so it's not going to be here till next week. So I'm hoping maybe the back end of next week you might see the G6 Pro turret. Maybe sooner if I get the chance, but the way my weeks are being stacked at the moment, I don't think so. I know some of the other creators might have got their hands on it today, especially the ones in the US. They probably got it a little bit earlier than we did, so maybe they might release something sooner than I will. But I know you're waiting for my specific review, not anybody else's. Did they show the mounting option brackets for both the G? So not the G6 360. That's just the same as the AI 360 almost. It's just a bracket at the bottom. You house it and click it in. I think. I've not opened it yet. Or have I? 1 second. So these are my reviews. I showed this in my last live stream. I have the G6 Pro Dome that I still need to review. And I have the 360 camera, which is here. So, in answering to your question, I have too many products around, which is a good problem to have, to say the least. So yeah, there's it looks like actually, yeah. So in terms of this, let's zoom that out a little bit. So in terms of this, we have some screws around the edges, so they need to come out, and then you screw it in from the bottom. Nope, that's still not correct. Tell a lie. I am completely misinforming you. That is for the Ethernet cable. So we undo these and pop the Ethernet cable in. And here you go. This is the bracket. So I'm not going to open it fully, but there's a unified bracket in there that you can see. That screws into the back of this, in here, and then it goes into a wall or wherever, however you want to mount it. So hopefully that answers your question. Let me just put this away now, otherwise I really should take a picture once I've done a live unboxing. And I should take a picture of the mess on my floor with the boxes and the tags, and yeah, it's a mess. So, let's have a look. So, what do we have here? Let's move that a little bit out of the way. Is the Ubiquiti warehouse hub 1 to 2 days away from your house for shipping? It depends really. Sometimes it can come next day. Sometimes it takes 2 days. This one was a bit of an ordeal. And DHL just my package got wet on the way, and DHL decided to take 3 days to repackage it. And then tell me they were going to return it to the sender, and then suddenly, all of a sudden, deliver it at my doorstep after I'd jumped through a number of hoops. So, yeah, it wasn't fun, to say the least. I'm going to go back to this one because I just remembered that one of my videos, I think it's actually in the thumbnail, actually. So let's have a look. Nope, not this one. Let's go to my channel. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I don't even know where it is. I need to find it. So that's the door access hub. That's the enterprise AV stuff. There you go. That was one that they showed at the UWC. So that was the AI multi-sensor. And if you look directly below, this is the AI 360. So that's how they had it mounted on the wall right there. But that is the AI multi-sensor. And yeah, it was a bit of a chunky one. And interestingly, the 4 cameras were along here. Now, whether that's just the demo unit or what it is or how it is, I don't know. But like I said, I'm not going to talk too much about this until and I think, yeah, you can see the size difference between the two right there. So there's quite a bit of difference between the two. I think that was the G6 Pro turret, actually, that one down here. And then we had the G180 and then G6 180, and then we had the Pro Dome as well. So yeah, there was quite a few cameras out on display. Some that we hadn't seen up until that day. Nice, kind of the APs. Thank you for showing it. No worries, no problem at all. The pleasure is all mine. I know you probably can't say yes or no for sure, but is Ubiquiti looking into smoke or carbon monoxide detectors? Like, is it in their roadmap? So the smoke detector is coming. And I think Frederick's just written it underneath, so I won't go too much on it. They are working on, so I'll just put this up on the screen. They are working on a smoke detector and a separate air quality sensor that also checks for carbon monoxide. So there's an air, let me bring it up. Superlink. There it is. So that is their lineup. So there's definitely a smoke sensor coming. That's right there. And they have an air quality sensor. So I think Frederick, separate air quality sensor carbon. So yeah, so they're going to be released. I think someone mentioned it on another interview somewhere or another training session that it's going to be coming next year. So not something I would expect this side of the year. This side of the year, we're going to get the glass break sensor. We're going to get the entry sensors already around. And then I think we're going to get the motion sensor. I think that's the other one we're probably going to see this side of the year. Unless they decide to release anything else this side of the year. We're getting towards the end of the year, so it might be something that we're not going to see till next year. I'm just waiting for the G6 entry. That's you and me both. I'm waiting for the G6 Pro entry, but yeah, definitely waiting for it. So where are we? Where are we? It's interestingly that it gets shown under the door access because it does have Unify access built into it. But here it is. We have the G6 Pro entry and we have the G6 standard. So yeah, I don't know when they're going to be coming. I'm hoping soon, but it does say Q4, 6 weeks left, 5 weeks left. I don't know how long's left till the end of the year. So let's hope that doesn't change to Q1 2026. Let's go back. I'll watch the video. I've mounted similar cameras. They're pretty cool. However, they will come out with some corner mounts. Yeah, I mean, hopefully they will come out with a few more mounts because I think they realized the gap, not the gap in their system, but I'm hoping they realize what kind of deployments they're looking at. So yeah, hopefully. Excuse me. Where are we? Okay, we're almost coming up to the hour mark. So I'll take a few more questions. Remember, if you're buying anything for Black Friday, remember to use my affiliate link because it does help us out. And if you're still around and you haven't seen yet, we have a live stream coming up on Wednesday, the 26th of November. So there's going to be 4 of us. So it's going to be interesting to see how it works with 4 of us. Myself and Cody did one last time. So this time we're going to be joined by Jesse and Clay. So hopefully those guys will have a good time just like me and Cody did. And yeah, we can talk about all things Ubiquiti. And yeah, we can definitely talk about some stuff. That's for sure. But we'll wait and see till that day. This is all per Ubiquiti employee. So this was one bit. So the holdup is the certifications. They have to go for smoke and air quality. As yeah, I can imagine the European laws being quite strict, especially on this side. If you haven't done so, hit the like button. Yep, definitely do that if you haven't. Have you or anyone in the chat ever seen someone use a Connect display on a Protect system? So it would show the doors and cameras. I don't know. I haven't used one. Maybe a quick search into Google. I know, and I've just seen Richard's comment underneath, but I know Clay did some Protect stuff. For the stuff for Connect, sorry, not Protect. So I don't know. I know he did a video on a Connect display quite a while ago. I think Cody's done one as well. So, but that was quite a while ago. Cody's was 10th of May 23. So you can check his out if you want. That's Cody's. And then Clay did one. That was 1 year ago. So that was November 2024, literally almost to the day, 15th of November 24. So just over a year ago. So you can have a little look at, yeah, what his says. Where do we get to? Let's close this. Nope, we're still here. Clay does, yes, he definitely does. He is the master at comparisons, definitely for sure. And he breaks down his videos quite well, so I enjoy watching his stuff. Hello from Germany. Hello. When did the Black Friday deals end? Tempted with 2 G5 Pros instead of the G180, but still on the fence. They end, yeah, Cyber Monday is when they end. G5 PTZ was 260 euros in your videos, but now it's showing us 248. Yeah, sometimes there's bound to be price tweaks. It happens. It might be just something that they were looking at, what they've decided to do right at the last minute, but yeah, it happens. I'm not as long as it's not the other way round, I don't think they're going to be too concerned, or I don't think I'm going to be too concerned about it. Yep, it is through to Cyber Monday, so the free delivery is till then as well. So if we look at the front, you can see here, free shipping for a limited time. Offer ends 12/1. That's the American date format. So the 1st of December for anybody European, not December the 1st, 11:59 p.m. PST. So, well, that's again US timing. But anyway, let's go. Last comment. Thanks. Really appreciate how you and other Ubiquiti channels allow us to talk to you and ask questions. Yeah, I mean, we're here to answer any questions if we can. We aren't the beacon of all knowledge, Ubiquiti. I mean, we know a reasonable amount. I guess I say this about myself. I don't know about the others. They might know a lot more than I do. But if I don't, there's always people in the comments that have the answer to it, or I can definitely try and get to the bottom of it or help you find an answer. But thank you all for joining me this evening. Hit the like button on the way out if you haven't already. And hopefully we'll see you maybe on Sunday. If not, we will definitely see you on Wednesday the 26th at 8 p.m. GMT.